Good Sunday morning. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Chris Ramirez, and here's a look at the tropics. We are tracking two disturbances out in the Atlantic Ocean. One that's in the mid-Atlantic that has a 20% chance of development within the next 7 days, but it's that new wave that's emerging off the coast of Africa that has an 80% chance of development within 7 days, and it's very well likely, a very high chance that that could form into a tropical depression. As we take a closer look at that system, it's still disorganized, but once it reaches the Cabo Verde Islands closer to Africa, we very well could see this form into a depression or named storm going into maybe later on today or tomorrow. So as we look at that tropical organization, models are in agreement that this system is going to be making the long journey across the Atlantic and eventually head closer to the Caribbean islands. So we're going to have to watch this pretty closely as we head into this next week. Likely to reach the Caribbean closer towards August 16th to 17th, and that's next weekend. And the reason why is that when we look at the steering currents, we have that mid-Atlantic system. This only has a 20% chance of development. That's going to take the path of least resistance. You have the two high pressure systems that's over the Atlantic Ocean right now. Tropical systems do not like those high pressure systems, so this is going to be swooped up north and not really pose a threat to us, but it's that system that's off the coast of Africa. It's going to take a more southerly track further south of those high pressure systems, so it's going to be less influenced by that as it continues its journey across the Atlantic Ocean. So the big uncertainty is whether or not this system is going to move northward and remain off the east coast of the U.S. or take a more southerly track and go towards maybe San Juan, Puerto Rico, and the Caribbean islands. So that's the big uncertainty here. It very well could be likely that this high pressure system that's over Florida could open up the door and just send it northward, but then also too, if it does take that southerly track, it very well likely could pose a little bit of a problem for folks along the Gulf. So we're hoping that it makes that southerly track and just remain a fish storm, but it's a high chance that this could become Aaron in the next day or so. Looking at the sea surface temperatures, it usually takes ocean temps 85 or higher to fuel tropical development. We're seeing temps in the lower 80s, but waters become a bit warmer as we head into the Caribbean and Gulf. So you see it at 86 just off the coast of the U.S. But it's always an important reminder that even though we haven't received or seen any hurricanes this season so far, we very well could see our first hurricane in the Atlantic as we head closer to the peak of hurricane season, which is on September 10th. And so activity expected to ramp up in the coming weeks. At least we have a next month or so to see this activity become a bit more active. So stay up to date on the tropics, and you can do that by tuning into KHOU.com as well as on the KHOU 11 app. Again, I'm meteorologist Chris Ramirez with your Tropics Update.